by King Jab because our governor has expanded the Hometown Heroes program, which I was putting a lot of people on. I spoke about that on the radio. This is the program that was for first responders and people in the medical field, and they were giving them payments for their homes for by purchasing a home. So with the expansion of that, I lost the whole article. With the expansion of that, let me see where it go at. They are providing more than $100 million in assistance for down payment and closing costs. So the Hometown Heroes program is expanding, and it is including. Let me see. I seen a key point in here, y'all. Y'all bear with me. So they expanding it to go include more full time workers and Florida based employers. So now you don't have to be a veteran, a nurse, law enforcement, or a teacher to get this loan. Basically, they're saying if you're a full time worker in the state of Florida, or if your employer is a Florida based employer,
that opens that program up significantly.
And this covers closing costs and down payment.
Okay.
Let me see here. And it says to qualify, you need to be a first-time home buyer, and your credit score needs to be a minimum of 640.
How can they receive more information on?
What
would you run it?
Pull out your digital encyclopedia. Because we should have to go to the books for this stuff.
Oh man!
And Google Hometown Heroes program. You know what I mean? 'Cause I don't have the information, and right. They stuff changed. So yes, pull out your digital encyclopedia and Google Hometown Hero program.
And remember that you heard it on the Voice of the People, and you're listening to the Voice of the People, WJM 99.1 FM, Carafesta Radio, 99 Jams, The Berg. This is King Jab and the Voice of the People, and you are on with us.
I'm telling you, man, I gotta go back and record that. That's my drop. Hey, that's my drop, man. You be laying that thing down. Yeah, I'm really looking at this. I'm finna dig into this because I know that with the knocker program, you can use your housing. Mm-hmm. So if you receive a housing voucher, you can go through the program. You're already paying a minimum amount of rent because of your voucher, so you're paying a lesser amount of rent. So with this knocker program, it's gonna require you to save some money. So you know what I mean, you can use that, and then you can use that voucher towards your mortgage. Me being the person I am, I'm trying to see if we can lay this Hometown Hero on top of this knocker. You know what I mean? And let's walk out unscathed.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Let's walk out unscathed, man. 100%. I mean, buy the hood back. This is your opportunity. If you're looking at just buy a home, first time homeowners program with the Hometown Heroes. If you're looking to expand that out, because with the knocker program, you can actually, you can work it out with a contractor and build something from the ground. You can actually buy something and they'll give you additional money for repairs,
which is really important.
Exactly, because that's because when you say gentrification, I kind of don't like that word no more. It ain't bother me to say it, but when you say that, it's 90% of other people moving in our community, and what they doing is they're actually living in the house and doing the repairs, and they'll move out and sell it to their people. Mm-hmm. I've seen it done. That's what the play is. Mm-hmm. But if you're if you buy, like I said, we buying a block back. So you got to look at possibly getting this knocker loan and buying Granny house.
That's it.
And getting the money to repair Granny house. Yep. Because all you're doing is buying it from the bank that they owe already.
That's the truth. And Granny's house that was a hub for the family for years, won't stop being a hub for the family just because you own it and you repair it. It won't stop being. You're not taking.
It's still the homestead.
That's it. You're not taking.
Because we missing that, man. I was explaining that to my son.
Yes, sir.
Ironically, over the 4th of July weekend, I said we gotta build a homestead because I told him he's project manager. I said I want you to manage the project when we do this. Mm-hmm. We gotta build a homestead. We gotta build somewhere where your kids can come stay here. And he was like, "You're right." And we ain't got that no more. So that's the way to think about it. Another way to think about it is if you have the income. If you set up in the right position, we can also use this to get commercial property or multifamily units. And that's a play because now you're going from getting a $300,000 to $500,000 house to getting a $1.5-2 million unit, and you becoming a landlord. You putting yourself in a different position, and they want to make sure you're ready for that. So I ain't gonna dig into that too long, but man,
opportunities come with education, though. And you always a stickler for making sure people understand that idea that the opportunities are going to come with education. You got to get into class.
And it's boom. Let me show you the range of how I'm finna play this, right?
Okay.
My son, 20, 21, go to Morehouse.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Morehouse.
Yes, man. Man, love that school. I go to Atlanta maybe 6 times a year, man. Okay. I done did this show from in the back of the rental in Atlanta live.
Shout out to Atlanta,
Georgia. He made me lose my train of thought.
That was Atlanta that did that. Don't put that on me. That was Atlanta.
What we talking about? He made me lose. You talking about I was Atlanta? I wasn't talking about more. Okay, so how I'm arranging it, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm having him apply for it. Yes, you're a student. You really don't have no income, but I want you to start the program because you do have income from this summer. So now you're gonna get a W-2. You don't have to show weekly income. We're gonna come back and show them your W-2. This is how much you made for this year. Boom, coming back around next year. Now you're a senior in college. When you intern next summer, that's how much you made for this year. Now I'm prepping you to come out of college and purchase you a home and rent it out. Go and enjoy your life. You become a home owner early because I want you to build equity.
You know what I heard a play was, King Jack?
What's up?
I heard this as a play.
What's up?
I heard an individual tell his son who had a girlfriend. He said, listen, instead of you all moving in together, why don't you apply for a first-time homeowner package and let her as well. And then after you guys own both homes, then you guys come together in a marriage and you bring 2 homes into the marriage instead of bringing in the debt from moving in with each other and having a
partner. And paying rent.
Yeah, and paying rent. Or moving in
and that's a play because that's why I'm arranging it. Like it's 21.
Right.
And then I'm playing myself. Then my mama. My mama, she gets her housing from bowling. So I'm going to put her on the knack of boom. Why? What's my plan? Everything they build around here is high rises, condos. So I go get my mama one of these condos and let bowling, let the housing pay. Man, go ahead and sit down, baby. You all right now? Somebody called. Right that's you. I told you his number locked in right there. So you got to hit speaker. Yeah. And turn us up on the board right there. First one to the left. No. Yep.
All right, go ahead, caller. I think he's calling in the voice of the people.
Hey, good morning, fellas. Good morning.
Yeah, I tell you your phone number locked in.
Hey, yeah, we just real quick. If you're coming out of college, right, and you done graduated, whether you got a job or not, well, not whether you got a job or not, you got to have a job, but they're going to ask for 2 years worth of tax returns. It's another way around that you could apply for a loan and you can use your commitment letter from the job you got and your 2 years in college saying you just graduated, and they can use that as
what he said. Hey, so when dog dropping game, he said that which I ain't know that. What he's saying is I can use we can use his commitment letter. So this is for his job offers to say this is how much he's going to be making a year to close on the home.
Yeah. And one more thing, they now offering a 1% loan, a 1% down loan with no PMI, so no mortgage protection insurance.
Okay.
So that's going to be a new tool that's going to be effective and available. They just coming out with that, the 1% down loan. So that's another tool that you can use.
Is it going? Is it coming about in October, like at the beginning of the fiscal year, or can they access it now?
It's already in effect now.
Awesome.
It's I think it's through either FHA or the other one. But that 1% loan is there and readily available to be used right now. And they're gonna come out with other lending programs. But and then the other thing is any veterans, anybody that's served or you got family members that served, you can have your family member so a VA loan in most areas, metro areas that is, go up to 660 something thousand or over 600,000 the loan go to. So you could have your family member that got the VA loan buy your property. They ain't got to put no money down or nothing. They just got to live there for be a veteran and you use their DD 214 to get it. Then after they purchase the property, they can assume you can assume the loan. The loan is assumable, so they can sign that loan over to you, and you can refinance that loan, or you can keep that loan in place, or you can refinance that loan. And that person that's a veteran or in the VA or whatever the case, they can go back and get another loan.
Hey man, you're giving up way too much game.
Yeah,
this is to be sold, y'all. Woo. So,
but we gonna game up this. We gonna definitely game. And shout out to Damian Davis, man. Damian Davis, I went and seen Damian last night, man. Damian made us laugh.
Hey, that's what's up, man. He did a good show.
He did a good show, man. And then he just touched everybody hard at the end with what his mama passing and what his mama told him.
Yo, why you ain't calling me, man? If you outside at the dog now, I can come outside with you, man. I ain't scared to come outside with you, bro.
Hey, man. We just stepped out it, but he gave us a great performance, man. It was cool. It was laid back. It was a nice atmosphere, and it was all right. I'll probably do it again. Ain't no problem. I will. Shout out to Damian Davis, though.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man.
That's the comedian Damian Davis.
The comedian, man. We're going to keep his respect over that. Absolutely, man. Hey, thank you for your call, man.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, and hit the red over there. Make sure. All right, y'all. Was I the only person to see Rick Ross' knees give out at this poop?
The diving board, man.
Man, that was he, man. Listen,
that was something, man. And he had a whole press conference there too, man. You saw how many people it was around.
Man, he got people waiting. This man, like, you have to watch the whole video. This man stretching. Like, you don't put your arm on the man's leg and pull it. Like, you did a whole, like, it was a whole lead up to your ultimate collapsing.
Diving is a sport, man. People don't understand. Swimming and diving you got to be an athlete to do that well. That's not easy to jump off a low springboard like that.
But I'm starting out to like Rick Ross, man.
Is that right?
Yeah, man.
He has a beautiful home, though.
Man, but it's like I deal with character, right? Mm-hmm. First problem I seen where I saw like, bro, you need to chill out. Is when you in what is London, you in front of the palace or whatever the hell the Queen's Palace at. I don't. You know the gym. Yeah, you in front of Buckingham. You can give me the geography behind it. But you in front of the talking about they won't let you in. Negroes. You just a jester. They don't care nothing about your money. Then it was the situation with the pool part. I mean, with the car show. I see you like charging, like people was talking about on Facebook how much the food was. But nobody spoke on how much the people like Jab, the caterers, had to pay to vendor. Because yes, I gotta charge you $50 a plate. He charged me $5,000 to sell my food.
Is that a common thing that you get charged to be able to?
Well, this the thing about it. This is why I'm like morally, I'm like, bro, you losing me because you charging vendors top dollar. You charging $25,000 for them to park next to your car. Like it's a money grab. It's $500 to get in.
Gotcha. Selling celebrities,
and then you come right back around and post a video talking about, I ain't paying nobody $10,000 to cut down no tree. I cut it down myself. I'd be stupid to pay somebody $10,000 to cut down a tree. You would be stupid to pay somebody $10,000 to park your car in their yard.
In political theory, there's a thing called bourgeois decadence.
That's where that word comes from.
It's
bougie.
It's called bougie. It comes from
bougie
bourgeois.
soft.
And bourgeois decadence is a real thing. So I don't follow Rick Ross. I couldn't tell you much about him. I did see the video of him diving.
Of his
I can only
his loose knees. That was loose knees. Hey man, okay.
Yes.
All right, man. Top 5.
Uh-oh.
Man, we're gonna get into our top 5 hip hop producers.
King Jab called me out with this one too, man.
Not really. Not really. It was like I wanted to do a 10 because like this was very, very, very hard. I'm like,
it was terrible, man.
I feel like, but I know we time consumed today, like,
yeah,
and I'm not coming tomorrow. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm not. Hey, man, my brain has to take a break.
Right on.
Yeah,
right on.
man, my brain.
So we got the top five producers in hip hop. You said particularly. Right?
Yeah. I tried to narrow it down.
All right, so here we go. Top 5 producers on WJM 99.1, the voice of the people. If you have any input or if you want to hit us with a comment on anything, then 727-637-2416 is the number to call in. And I think now you're going to hear the difference between somebody raised on the East Coast and somebody who did a lot of time on the West Coast. Come on in, King Jab. Hit us with that top 5.
My top 5. My number 5.
Number 5.
Dungeon Family.
Can't argue with that.
And
you got to let us know why.
Because and I really had to narrow this down also to body of works because there's a lot of great producers that have produced great songs on an album.
Right.
So I had to go to bodies of work, and the Outkast, the Goody Mob, man, I can't even go down the line, but it was Erica. But the most when I listen to all the hip hop they doing, including Erica Badu, right? It's 2 songs that is still in my playlist right now that they produced that has absolutely nothing to do with hip hop, and that's Liberation and Funky Ride. And when they ranged out on these 2 songs, I said, "Ooh." Because y'all are great musicians, and y'all just making beats. So that's why Dungeon Family was my number 5.
Yeah. And the influence on pop culture.
Yes,
we got so much from Dungeon Family, man. And
absolutely.
Even though people saying so fresh and so clean, if you tell somebody sorry, Miss Jackson, they're gonna say, "Ooh,"
all the time.
I mean? Yeah, that's just gonna happen.
Every time. I am for real.
Yeah, and that's just like a cultural consistent thing, man. So number 5. I picked Danger Mouse.
Okay.
And I picked Danger Mouse again, I guess, with the same thing. I looked at body of work, Gnarls Barkley. Well, again, I don't know. I don't know, though. King J, tell me, is that a Dungeon Family creation or is that a Danger Mouse creation? Or is that both of them coming together with that one, man? Because Gnarls Barkley is a monster, man. Shout out to, I had a client, man, who, a good friend, man, who sung on the song Happy Face.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she got a gold record out of that. So I picked Danger Mouse because of Daft Punk, because of Pharrell and the Neptunes, and because of his work with Jay-Z, his work with end up being Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak, and that whole crew. Yeah, I think Danger Mouse is a monster producer, man.
Yeah, I can get it.
He weird, but
you hit me like, ooh, dang, wow. Number 4, man. You going first or is it on me?
I go first. I pick Hank Shockley.
Okay.
I pick Hank Shockley, man, because his sampling, I think, with Public Enemy, to start off with Public Enemy.
Okay.
Hank Shockley's sampling was disgustingly good. even though he probably made no money because he would sample a song 80,000 times, man, and put 8,000 songs on a sample to make one song. Beat. Yep. Yeah, so, but I think it was creative, man. So I picked Hank Shockley for his work with PE and everything he did out west, man.
Okay, Hank.
Money earned in Mount Vernon.
My number 4 was Bad Boys, a staff and a label. I would be remiss to give Puffy all this credit because it was the team behind him that put them hits out.
Yeah, Rivera, man.
Yeah, man, it was a team, man. It was a team effort. Like it was definitely but he definitely had a Kansas City Chiefs offense.
old school used to oil a run and shoot.
Yes, man. Like they was the greatest show on turf. What?
They were, man.
Bad Boy was.
My sister saw them in Norfolk, man, when they performed. When JM had first became a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is back when Jay-Z was Iceberg Slim. When he was with Junior Mama, was Iceberg Slim, you know. Yep. So he was out with Foxy and the rest of the crew, and man, they had a monster. They had a monster back then.
Yeah, that's real. All right.
So number 3 is on you.
On me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Dr. Dre / Daz Dillinger / Battle Cat.
Oh man.
Because
hey, King Jam.
I cheated.
Big bro.
I couldn't do 10, but all of that sound is incorporated,
yes,
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And people really don't know nothing about Battle Cat, man. Battle Cat really was the one that took that George Clinton, that Bootsy Collins influence, and started putting a lot of that West Coast sound. It's very controversial because people on the West Coast, like myself, would say Dre stole his sound.
That's heavy. That's heavy
to
say, man.
So I'm gonna give him his props. Daz Dillinger, because I was there. I came into the rap game as a young buck, age 14 or 15, with Death Row Records, just the people that I was around. Can-Am Studios.
Shout out to the mob, Ludus Park.
He said a lot of Ludus Park.
Shout out to the mob, Ludus Park.
Hey, so
Big Heron, George Neckbone, all of the original OGs that ran that thing. Buntry Al. Shout out to all of the G's in the world. You know, I got to do it. Listen, I'm intellectual, but I'm a gangster.
Hey, always keep it.
Hey, listen, I got to talk to him.
Can-Am Studios. This is where a lot of the hits was made.
That's true.
I seen Tupac run wild in here. When you hear the stories about him going into different studios, listening to a beat, then coming back and dropping all the songs. This was Can-Am. It was 6 studios set up, and they were like small production studios. So that's where we hanging out at. But I seen Daz kind of hold Dre down when he was in a spot, like a lot of on the Chronic, and their own was Daz. Dre was kind of burnt out from NWA a little bit, you know what I mean, coming into Death Row. So Daz kind of led him on. Who somebody said something?
Yeah, brother, you said, I guess about Danger Mouse, that he's not weird, he's different. Yeah, he is. Danger Mouse different.
Hey, but he was hard.
Yeah, he are. And then brother, you said that you went in.
Huh?
He said you went in, bro.
Yeah,
he said
man.
You went in, man. And listen, Dre, a billionaire.
Dre. But look at the genres he crossed. NWA, Death Row, Aftermath,
Eminem,
NWA, like the man. I'm watching a movie with my kids, man. Yes, so as a parent, I'm watching it. I say, look what happened. This man walked away from $300 million at Death Row. Told Suge, you can have it. Went over here to Aftermath and made $1 billion.
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't connect the drill beats, because the drill beats are some of the hardest beats in music.
Yeah.
If they don't connect the drill beats to Dre.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you would have the beats of drill music if it weren't for Eminem. If you listen to Eminem's beats, listen to his beats, not just on the Slim Shady LP. See, the people talk about Eminem as a lyricist, and he's disgustingly amazing as a lyricist. But Eminem's beats, the beats that he makes, what was it called? Moment of Truth? Was that the song he did on the Black Album? Oh man.
Yeah, Eminem was a hard
Renegade from Blueprint.
Eminem was he made the beat, Put J on it, then H. Your number 3, bro.
My number 3. World class, brother. You said world class record group. World class record group put in work, bro. Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. Yeah, that's when he had the shiny suit. Yeah. I remember when you was shiny suit when you. Go ahead, boy. Now, I ain't gonna put the lip gloss on you, but he done definitely came to the Shangri-La one time in the shiny. Hey man, go ahead with your number 3.
My number 3 was Ali Shaheed Muhammad.
Ooh,
the man who gave us Tribe Called Quest. And the music that came out, they just honor Busta.
You see that bump?
Right?
That's it. Hey, that's his vibe right there. Right there. That's it right there.
So they just honored Busta Rhymes, right? The 50th year anniversary of the BET Awards. They just honored Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes came out of the Tribes movement. The Tribe was like Dungeon Family for New York, man. Not just Fife, not just Q-Tip, which if you just set them alone, you got hip-hop monsters. But leaders of the new school, man. Charlie Brown, man. These dudes were putting it down, man. Ali Shaheed Muhammad, responsible for giving us the style that gave us X-Clan. They're giving us the style that gave us Queen Latifah, Moni.
That's one of my favorite groups, X-Clan.
Man.
I put my son on that, but he was like, oh my goodness. All right.
Sissy.
And them boys was talking crazy.
They was grimy. They was talking greasy to everybody on them. I love them though, man.
You need to let your kids listen to an X-Clan song.
That's the truth.
For real, blackness. Hey man,
glorious.
Drop your number 2, man.
All right, my number two, man, was strange, but I know when you saw it, you were like, hey, I can see where you're coming from. Okay. My number 2 was DJ Irv and TT Tucker.
And give us why.
Because they gave us Where They At. And Where They At gave us New Orleans Bounce. Ooh. And New Orleans Bounce gave us both Cash Money, in my opinion.
And Beats by the Pound.
Yeah, and No Limit.
Oh, I feel like you stole on me just then. You hit me in my eye. Oh.
DJ Irv and TT Tucker was cold, man. That Where They At. Because remember, Trigger Man rap with them. Trigger Man ended up being Mystical.
Hey man,
Mystical was Trigger Man.
Sure enough was.
Yeah.
Hey man, he just stole on me just then, man.
Yeah, DJ Jimmy. Do it, baby.
So my wife was like, I said, it's a song. I said, it's a song go like that. She's like, man, you don't know that. I said, man, that's DJ Jimmy. She's like, man, how the hell you? I said, man, don't do this with me with this music, man.
Listen,
hey man,
DJ Jimmy gave us Juvenile. Oh, let me stop, man.
Because you stole me on that. Because my number 2 is Manny Fresh.
Yeah.
So, and Manny Fresh will be one of the subsidiaries to these guys. But my number 2 is Manny Fresh because body of work.
Manny Fresh is amazing, man.
Fresh whole albums, man.
Yep.
A classic 400, 500.
Yep.
The Carter.
Yep.
Classic albums. This is his full body of work.
Yep.
UNLV. Chopper City in the Ghetto, man.
Oh man,
come
Chopper
on,
City
man.
In the Ghetto, man. Uptown.
Man, hey man, like Manny was
G code.
Manny fought the whole Beats by the Pound by himself.
He did, man.
He did the whole.
He did, Manny Fresh is a monster, man.
Fought the whole Beats by the Pound by himself.
What he would say, Manny Fresh, a fool, huh?
What?
He bringing it to you on every song that he do, huh?
Man,
you heard the tape, huh? Ain't none of it fake, huh? Listen, man, to take the language of first thing first, Juvie's a monster.
Juvie's a very underrated lyricist.
Man, he is.
Yeah.
For him to take that Southern slang, that New Orleans Southern slang, and turn that into a whole genre of music, man. So
Juvie is the reason why I know I get controversial, but I love it. Juvie is the reason why New York rappers started trying to rap like us.
Man.
They then started trying, even right now, this is why New York rap is behind. They had to sway the drill because the only artists that they can put out sounded, 50 Cent sounded like, okay, a Southern rapper.
Yeah.
All right.
Pop Smoke sounded like a Southern
rapper. He is a 50 Cent clone.
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
No, man. Nah, don't just hop right off that one.
We ain't gonna hop off that?
No, man. what people don't understand is that high remix. Jay-Z had to get on that high
What?
remix, bro. He had to get on that high remix.
Or he would go, or he would not have had a fan like me, because one of my favorite projects is The Blueprint.
Man, and The Blueprint is a beast of a project. But if you look at it, man, you have to ask yourself this. If we're talking about time and talent. Now look, I'm a Jay fan.
Okay.
I'm a Jay fan. Yeah. Like I'm a music fan, but I'm a Jay fan.
Absolutely.
Jay said some of the coldest lines ever.
Together.
But Jay wasn't better than Freeway and Beans and Bleak when they first jumped out.
Okay. Stop right now.
Come on now.
So when I first got to prison, I was in Fort Dix, New Jersey,
yes,
right?
Sir. Yes, sir.
So guess what radio station we listening to?
What's that?
I'm listening to Charlamagne and Wendy Williams out of Philly.
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm getting is they underground late night. Bruh. I'm getting Bleak.
Bruh.
Reed Dollar.
Bruh.
Man, I'm getting that's all I'm hearing is these Philly, New York, New Jersey. Then we'll get K Slater out of New York. Yes, so I got a big dose of that. That's kind of the reason why my number one was Kanye.
If Big L didn't die, New York would have been sold up. It wouldn't have Big L was better. Now listen, I gotta say this, views expressed. Big L was colder than Big. Big L was colder than Jay.
Why can you say that? It's because they visibly in front of other people stole his style.
Yep, that's almost word for word.
Yeah. The whole almost cadence.
Word for word. They
the whole cadence.
They ripped the cadence. Gotta say it, Jab.
Yeah.
Can I say it?
Go ahead.
It's voice of the people, right?
Yeah.
They ripped the cadence like Eminem ripped Big Pun's consonant use.
That's what I was finna honorable mention too.
Pun
was deep.
Pun was disgusting, man.
Pun was. I actually was at the It's So Hard video. Me and O. We in California, bro.
Hey, listen.
Like we Florida, bro. Like we iceberg down. Like they think we celebrities, bro.
Right.
We in this. Remember, Pun was dead.
Yeah.
So when nothing but the celebrities like Nori, Buster, Melly Mel, Missy, Puffy, man, all these people was at this party, man. Oh man, that's a whole nother story.
Joey Crack can rap. But I don't think if Joey Crack got good from being behind Pun, man.
Joey Crack has no songs really by itself. It's always a feature.
That's the truth.
I don't want to talk about him. Because Joey Crack took down the what's that? Latin King. Never mind.
Oh no, listen. Come on now.
All right.
Amor de Rey. Come on now.
There's no more Latin Kings because he running around here, man.
Amor de Rey.
All right, I'm gonna stop.
King Felix.
I knew the real Noriega.
Shout out.
We fed him every day. That what Ross rapping about, bro. The man unit was right there next to mine, man. I'm the number 2 cook. My dog run the shoe cart. First person we go feed is him.
The funny thing about that, big brother,
is
that if you know him, you saw him. And if you saw him, you saw he was Afro-Latino. He was Afro-Indigenous Latino.
Absolutely. All right, man, listen. We ain't going
if you look at him, he look like somebody's uncle.
What? Old head.
Like
that's what I called him. Old head, man.
All right, okay.
All right. My number one.
Let me go first. This your
show. All right,
show.
go ahead.
This your show.
Go ahead.
Can I go first?
Go ahead, please. I'll concede because your number one is major.
We might agree on number one. We might agree on your number one is the thing. Because we watched him longer than the average person who's not into hip hop. We watched this dude as a team. But
I'm gonna tell you why he my number one too.
Okay. Go ahead. Right. So number one, I picked Mr. George Clinton. Now it seems like George Clinton wouldn't be a hip hop artist unless you understand production. And when you understand production, you understand you would not have had an All Eyes on Me. You wouldn't have had
Paul Revere.
Oh, come on, man. You definitely wouldn't have had Paul Revere. You wouldn't have had Crucial Conflict. The song that people say, "Hey, in the middle of the barn," that's "I'll Stay" by Parliament Funkadelic. You got you wouldn't have had, I don't think you would have had X-Clan because X-Clan pulled a lot of Parliament Funkadelic. But when I put George Clinton in, I'm talking like a collective, like you did with Dungeon Family. I'm talking about Bernie Worrell. I'm talking about Boosie Collins. I'm talking about Eddie Hazel. I'm talking about Buckethead. I'm talking about Roger Troutman. I'm talking about all of the people. Bruh, Tupac got his start with Digital Underground.
Yeah.
Shock G from Tampa. Shock G, and he's
musical
buried,
genius.
And he's buried in Tampa.
Oh my God, Shock was
Chamberlain.
Shock was the first. Shock he brought Shock G. Like people right now, still people don't know that Shock G was Hump. He was the same person, bro. This dude here, boy.
But that duel, Mr. Nose was Star Child. Was George Clinton.
Exactly.
So all these characters, Boosie, Rubber Band, man, Boosie was a character.
Yeah.
Boosie was Casper. Boosie was Boosie. Hallelujah. Boosie was, listen, these people were characters. Afrofuturism would be no Kendrick Lamar.
At all.
Drake, Kendrick. Right? The characters, it wouldn't be no Slim Shady and Eminem. It wouldn't be Machiavelli and Tupac.
Man.
They invented characters, man. Afrofuturism came from that collective. And I mean, Mr. Wiggles, man, the funky worm, Wellington Wig Out.
Well, Dre got very famous for sampling Funky Worm.
Yeah, man.
It's one of his favorite samples.
See what I'm saying?
Funky Worm. That's how I got on it from Dre.
Listen,
where the hell did he get that? Oh, that's that Funky Worm.
Yeah, man.
Hey, that's crazy you said that. So my number one.
Okay, here we go.
My number one, y'all, controversially, is going to be Kanye West. By way of, I'm finna put a by way of because I'm finna expand on this.
That's not controversial though.
So I'm finna expand on that.
Yes, sir.
By way of Beats by the Pound.
Okay.
Lil Jon.
Yes. A monster. I was in Tallahassee, man.
Magic Mike.
Oh.
Because Kanye came back with the 808 and put them New York cats on that 808 and saved Rockefeller.
He did. He saved East Coast.
Saved the East. Why he had his own movement and why he was over there taking care of his homeboys in Chicago because he had a whole nother the backpack movement, a whole different sound.
Mm-hmm.
He was carrying all of them, but he took all of these influences. It was the 808. I think Beats by the Pound, they influenced Lil Jon.
Definitely. It wouldn't be no crunk music without Beats by the Pound.
Why? Because they making that thing sing that boom, boom, boom. They using the 808 as a instrument.
Yep.
And Lil Jon expounded on that, and like then everybody else stole Lil Jon, which, whew.
Brother, you said along with J. Cole, and he said the whole Chronic album was from George, but
yeah,
and Doggy Style too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go with Kanye. Body of work,
but not King Jab. Don't just stop there.
Okay, give it to me.
It wouldn't be a merger between Houston and New York that gave us Beyonce and gave us, if it wasn't for Kanye.
True.
It wouldn't be a merger. That whole merger with Soulja. The whole merger with Soulja with Lil Wayne and T.I. And that was a monster, man. Coming in. That was Kanye, man.
Yeah, man. He brought all those artists. Beyonce, Rihanna.
Yes. Come on, man.
He held Jay up.
Yeah, J. Cole. J. Cole.
Jay-Z and J. Cole. Like this man was the go-to man. You can't.
And as a musician, the man was disgusting as a musician, man. I mean, he took the sound that Havoc and Prodigy did with Shook Ones. He took that sound, man, but he added his own. Even if you listen to the song Jesus Walks,
he was Gemini on it.
Bro, that was him on Jesus. That was him on that talk box, man, with that background.
Yep.
If you listen to the album College Dropout, the song he has with ODB. Right, take back to the store. We don't want to hear. Does anybody else make hits anymore? Guess not. That's the Rock, right?
That's one of my favorite artists. OD.
Oh man, ODB, another collective Wu-Tang. RZA. Come on, man.
Man, that's why I want to go 10. We ain't had time.
You gotta come here tomorrow, kid.
Because Riz was okay, man. I got an honorable mention, man.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, big brother.
And this one, it hurt me not to put this collective on my list. And that was
cold too.
The Neptunes by way of Timberland and Missy Elliott.
It's cold, bro.
I watched the Missy performance because we had this conversation, right?
Right.
And was talking about, Lauryn Hill, the best female lyricist. I said, ooh, boy, put her in the verses with Missy, she wouldn't go 5. She wouldn't go 5 in the verses with Missy, man.
This was amazing, bro.
And Missy can sing, and she right in that lane. Yeah, okay.
And she gave us Tweet.
Man, she gave us Tweet. So many of it. She was writing for so many of them. Lil Mo. Yeah. All them, man.
There wouldn't be a Janelle Monáe without a Tweet and Lil Mo. I don't believe so.
And ain't on top of Timberland. Mm-hmm. On top of Pharrell and
Pharrell gave us it wouldn't be a Justin Timberlake if it wasn't Pharrell and the Neptunes, man.
Man, them boys was amazing. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh man, what happened to that boy?
Hey,
the Clips really breathed breath, man, back in the baby.
Yeah. Hey man, so yeah, that's just my honorable mention, man. And it's about time for us to get up out of here, man. We should have did this at 10 because it's so many, man. It's man, when it comes to this music, I love music. If you go back and look at my catalog, like I sent y'all a song the other day, and I put it on Facebook, man. Bro, we was going hard back then. I didn't know how hard we was really going.
With the sound, man, it sounded like, I told you when I commented, I said, man, I was waiting for Idi Amin, man, and Napoleon, because it sounded like the Outlaws.
Hard, boy.
It had a real sound like the Outlaws.
And I have a background from Death Row, Tales from the Hood soundtrack. I got writing credits on that. I can tell y'all that story. I got kicked off the song by Suge, y'all. Hey,
final thoughts, King Jab.
Man, my final thoughts, man. Oh man, we got 1 minute. My final thoughts is let's figure out a way to keep ourselves as a people on the level of the Jetsons while St. Petersburg enhanced, because my biggest fear will be the Flintstones while the rest of the city and the Jetsons. Yeah, we can't be stopping the car at our feet. You got a final thought?
No, I just want to let everybody know that this is the voice of the people. 99.1 FM, WUJM, 99 Jams, The Berg, Carefesta Radio, St. Petersburg, Florida. Join us next week at 9:99 a.m. to hear King Jab give us the rundown of our people, the people, and know that they are always your people. Thank you so very much for listening. This has been a fantastic hour. Tune in next week and follow the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Here we are.
WUJM, St. Petersburg, 99 Jams.
Mad ethnic right now.
Peace and light. This is your brother John, and I would like to invite you to tune in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams every Monday and Wednesday morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. for the latest in pop culture news and unique perspectives on hot topics. Make sure you tune in and start your day off